It's 714-403-7334, 714-403-7334. And I want to make something, and you can text me as well. This is my personal cell phone number. I want to make something really clear right now. For people that are looking to buy this year, this is really important information. If you're a potential buyer, right, and you hear that the rates are coming down, right, and you hear an announcement on the radio, the Fed's lowered interest rates, guess what happens to the amount of activity in the marketplace? The amount of activity picks up. So when we have more buyers looking to buy the same amount of inventory, guess what happens to the prices? They go up. So I'm telling all my clients right now, if you know someone looking to buy before the Fed lowers the rates, because now you're going to get in bidding wars again, and those bidding wars are going to bring these prices of these homes up. So take advantage of these prices right now before the Fed lowers these interest rates, so you can get a good price, and then when the rates come down, you can refi with Solomon Financial for no cost. That's a smart play. I'm telling you, listen to what I just said there. That's the smart way to do it. Give us a call. We're live here on Sunday morning. It's, 6:35 or 6:38, 6:39? Give us a call, 714-403-7334, 714-403-7334. That's Cal Sol. I'm Fred Solomon. You're listening to the Solomon Free Money Hour, and we'll be right back. We've been doing zero-cost loans since April of 2001, and when we first started doing these things, no one believed that they were actually real, that you could actually pay all the closing costs. And the way we do it is by getting a rebate, and then out of that rebate, we pay the closing costs, and our company makes the difference, and then the clients pay nothing, and their loan balance stays exactly the same as what it was before they refinance and what it is after they refinance. So, each week I have someone come on our radio program, and I do a lot of social media marketing and stuff like that. And Dylan was nice enough to join us really early on Sunday morning. Then thank you waking up so early, Dylan, to come on and tell what happened, because he just bought a house. And he goes, Fred, I didn't know that you did real estate also. And I said, yeah, it's okay, it's cool, don't worry. But he called me about refinancing. And when we started talking, I said, hey, what kind of loan do you have? And he says, I got an FHA loan. And I said, are you aware? What did I say, Dylan? Thanks for calling into the show this morning. We appreciate you. Yeah. And what I told him is that the mortgage insurance, you can never get rid of it on an FHA loan. Whereas on a conventional loan, if you put 5% down, FHA is 3.5% down. But if you do a conventional, just put down a little 1.5% more than what you would put on the FHA. After 2 years, you can get rid of the mortgage insurance. So let's say we are in like a Jimmy Carter, type of economy where interest rates went up to 18%. And you would never be able to refinance to a lower rate to get rid of that mortgage insurance. And if you got an FHA loan, you would never be able to get rid of the mortgage insurance at all. So, and that's after any loan that was originated after 2014. So if you got an FHA loan before 2014, then you could get rid of it after 11 years. But after 2014, if you got an FHA loan, you can never get rid of the mortgage insurance. And I said to him, did your loan officer tell you that? And he goes, man, Fred, what did you say to me? And that's what allowed you to buy that first house of yours. And I mean, to be in your 30s today, right? To buy a house in LA or Orange County, I mean, you got to make some money to be able to afford this. And God bless America that back in the day, you had to spend a lot of money on advertising, but now through Facebook and Facebook groups, you can do all that stuff for free. And I was just giving him advice. And now look at him. He's calling me back because he saw a Facebook post of mine and saw that, hey, he could lower the rate. And so, he's deciding on whether the hassle of the paperwork is worth the monthly savings. But I told him to get out of that FHA loan because that FHA loan, you're going to be paying mortgage insurance for the life of the loan. Get into a conventional, lower the rate, do it at no cost. And then when the rates come down again, because the Fed said they're going to lower interest rates 3 more times this year, then we can just refinance you again at no cost each time. And I thought that was a really smart thing for Dylan to do. So anyways, I just wanted to have him come on this morning. And by the way, he's a great guy for coming on, getting up so early. So if you guys need a plumber in the Orange County area, give Dylan a call. Give out your number, Dylan. And, some of the, I just thank you for coming on. Okay, give out your number one more time. Thank you so much, Dylan, and I appreciate you getting up early and spending a few minutes with us. And I really, if you guys want to move forward with that refinance, you got my number. And thanks again for calling in this morning. And I know we'll be talking, but just remember, when those rates come down again, we can lower those interest rates at no cost. So if you're not interested at the monthly savings right now, maybe after the rates come down 2 or 3 times this year, then it would be a great time for you to refinance. And when the rates come down, guess what's going to happen to home prices? Home prices are going to go up because we're going to have multiple offers on properties. So it's a really good time to buy right now as well. And buy before these rates come down, because when the rates do come down, you can always refi to the lower rate for free, just like Dylan's talking about. Thanks again, Dylan. Have a great rest of your weekend. And 714, you're welcome. Give us a call if you're interested in getting a loan or doing a zero-cost refi or buying a property. This is a great time to do it before these rates come down any further. And if they do come down, remember, we can always do it again at zero cost. 714-403-7334, 714-403-7334. Yeah, we do. And we get a commission, and out of that commission, we pay all the closing costs. So when your loan balance is $400,000, if you're doing a refinance, when you start, it's going to be $400,000 when you're done. But, we also do real estate. So if you're looking to buy a home and you use us to represent you to write an offer and show you some properties, we give you back 25% of our real estate commission. Now, the average real estate person can't do that, because what's happened there, let's say they're on an 80% commission split with their office. If they gave away 25% of their commission, that's 55% instead of 80%. And you won't believe this, but a lot of them are just not willing to do that. And me, I get 100% of the commission because I'm the broker of the office. I'm the owner of the company, so the owner gets 100%, which allows me to give 25% to potential buyers. So let's say you're buying $1 million home. That's a cheap price in LA, right? $1 million. And let's say the commission is 2.5%, right? 2.5% on $1 million is $25,000. Then if we gave you back 25% of that, that would be $6,250 that you could use to buy down the interest rate. You could use to put it in your pocket after the loan closes, or after whatever you want to do. Yeah, you're right. And just so we offer that as an incentive to use us to represent you. Now, if you're selling a house, and let's say you have a tenant in your house, and they're like, you know what, I'm thinking about selling the house. And then the tenant says, well, you know what, I'm interested in buying it. And they've been a good tenant to you, and you want to think about selling the house. We sell houses for as low as 1%. So if you're selling to a tenant there, I can do a loan for the tenant, make sure they qualify for the mortgage, and I can also charge you 1% to handle all the paperwork and protect both the buyer and seller, especially on the seller property questionnaire and the transfer disclosure statement. There's some questions on those documents. Is there mold? Were there cracks in the foundation? Did this house have any cracks after the 1994 Northridge earthquake, or whatever it was, 92, I think. But you though you got to know how to protect yourself if you're representing the seller, and you got to know how to protect yourself if you're representing the buyer. And if I'm on your team, I just rest assured, I want you to know that you're going to be protected like a bodyguard protects their famous athletes. I care about my clients. I don't care about the commission check. I care to make sure that my clients are protected, just like I would protect a family member or a good friend. That's the way that I've always done business. And that's the way that people should be doing business for you when you hire them, because it's a job, it's a title. And when you're picking your person to represent you to buy that next real estate transaction, you better make sure they have experience, and you better make sure they're there to protect you. Because if not, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And I have plenty of stories that I don't want to bore you with, but trust me, some of them are heart-wrenching. So, yeah, if you drop your interest rate 1 percentage point and you have a $600,000 loan, the 1% of 600,000, that's $6,000 a year, or $500 a month. And that's a lot of money. You can, buy a car. You can put the kids in, a karate class or whatever it is. Now it's mixed martial arts that everybody's doing. So, there's a lot of things that you can do with that money, or you can just take that $500 a month savings and pay down the principal balance. And if you do that, and you continue to make the same payment that you were making before you refinance, and you paid an extra $500, which is really, in essence, what you were paying before, but you're just taking the savings and paying the principal down with that. For every 1/8 of a point that you lower the rate and you continue to make the same payment that you were making before, you get rid of 12 months worth of payments. So if we drop your rate 1 full percentage point and you continue making the same payment that you were making before you refinance, you're going to pay that loan off 8 years faster. That's a lot of money that you're going to save. So if you take your payment, let's say it's $2,500 a month, 2,500 times 12, that's like $30,000 a year. Multiply that by 8 years, you're going to save $240,000 in mortgage payments over the life of the loan, just by dropping your interest rate 1 percentage point and making the same payment you were making before you refinance. So it's really smart to refi, and it's really smart to do it at zero cost, because the Fed said they're going to lower interest rates 3 times this year. And if they do lower interest rates 3 times this year, guess what? We can refinance you to the lower rate again. Every time the rates drop, all you have to do is wait 4 or 5 months, and then we can drop that payment again, each time at zero cost. And our average client, we have over 19,000 of them now. Our average client has refinanced at least 5 or 6 times, because every time the rates dropped over the last I don't know if that's, am I allowed to say that? Okay, this is a conservative radio station, so sorry for that freaking word. But anyways, it was, you. Okay, yeah, maybe streaky, maybe streaky. I don't know. But anyways, we're talking about lowering the interest rates, doing it for free. The rates are coming down. It's a great time. Take advantage of this time. If you're thinking about buying a house, do it now before interest rates come down, because if the interest rates come down and then, we're getting into bidding wars on these houses, the prices of these houses are going to go up. So buy now and refinance later, and you can do it at zero cost before these prices go up with these lower rates. And the Fed already said they're going to do it. So take advantage. 714-403-7334. 714-403-7334. We can get you 7% today on a 30-year fixed mortgage. No points, no fees, no closing costs. We pay all the costs associated with refinancing or purchasing, and literally your loan balance won't go up 1 penny.